Hello, beautiful collective, and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here, everyone. I'm going to admit I'm getting really bizarre messages today, so bear with me. I'm not sure why, but Spirit does. So let's go, collective. Direction and delegation. Hang on. Evolving light codes to the Earth Guardians. This is a Kundalini Awakening. Navigate from the heart. Oh my. This is your lineage. Oh my word. New Earth transition. Oh my God, star beings. Heartful communication with the origins of light. The catalyst. To activate something. See, in this deck, hang on, I gotta get the book. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to read this. Honor the lineages of your ancestry and spiritual traditions. Consider how they meet your ethical values and contribute to what is emerging for you now. This card's lessons concerns receiving spiritual knowledge that has been passed down to you. It honors family traditions and sacred rituals. It inspires you to explore your spiritual or religious heritage, your ancestral lineage, and previous lives that you feel have some keys for you in the present moment. The Hierophant asks you to learn the fundamentals of a practice from trusted source before getting creative with them. It may also call you to the more dedicated to daily practice, such as prayers or meditation. It could also encourage you to pass on knowledge and practices that you're adept at in any way that respects the principles of its tradition. These are reasons why it has been beneficial over the ages to integrate some of these practices into our lives. Explore the lineage of your spirituality and connect with your ancestors as a foundation to create your own ideas or understand better why others choose to align their life with these principles. And to keep an open mind what works for you and what does not, rather than to become dogmatic. Yeah. The emerging paradigm is breaking down the corruption. Distorting, I can't say it on here, but distorting the original message. It's important to know where we have come from, but where we are going to is an evolution of our past. So, what served society only a century ago, in many cases, is outdated in what it represents now. Remain aware and trust your inner guidance. So, exactly, that's the message that I was getting about this. This is a Kundalini Awakening. This is where, what was said even a century ago is now outdated. And it's telling you that be careful and to stay connected to Source at this time through prayers, through meditations, and you are being told to connect in your own unique way. What might be good for some is not good for others. And it's telling you to do what you feel aligned to do and what you feel. Because, we're all our own spiritual beings. And it's important to stay connected to our ancestors, but know that, okay, this is going to get deep. Just so you know, it's going to get deep. I just know Spirit, and I know it's going to get deep. And everybody's telling you what you should believe in and what you shouldn't believe in. And it's like, we're being told to call upon our own understandings, our own unique way of understanding, having a personal relationship with Source. And the best way to do that is through prayers. And staying connected to Source, because we are going through times where everybody wants everybody to jump on this bandwagon and that bandwagon and the other bandwagon. And it's important for us to remember our roots And it's important for us to remember our past lives and to remember our ancestry and our past lives. But at the same time, a lot of those philosophies are now outdated. But the thing that remains consistent is source. So as long as we were attuned to source for our understanding, we are not going to fall for any philosophy that comes our way. Yes, our ancestors are, outdated, but some things are to be honored at the same time. And everyone says, oh, it's outdated thinking, it's outdated thinking. It can be. Absolutely it can be. But the principles and the morals remain the same. Such as, we're in a time where anything goes. Like anything. And Spirit is telling you to remain connected to your roots. Remain connected to Source. Yes, some of those things are outdated. However, if we stay connected to our Source, then we're not going to be easily led. Okay? This is wise sages. These are people with wisdom, and we as a collective energy are going through an awakening. But at the same token, we are to remember our ancestors and stay connected to our ancestry. Stay connected. If Spirit wanted us, I can't say that either. I don't know why Spirit gives me these difficult messages. Like, it's always about philosophical things, all about how to remain sure-footed in unsure times, how to remain in control of what we're here to do in times where everything seems to be out of control. Like, if we just give up what our ancestors did, then what was the purpose of evolution? We're here to evolve, but not to forget what our ancestry is and to stay connected to those things. It's really important at this time to stay rooted and grounded, because that's what's going to keep us connected to Source and to our ancestry. You break the ancestry, what do you got? If you take away the very core of a person's existence, traditions. Like when you break traditions, like holidays, for example, birthdays. You know, our family did this on this date and we celebrated, and this is the way we celebrated, and this is what I learned, and this is what's pulled me through. If you break that foundation, what do you have? It's like, then you're left with a culture that has no foundation. A culture that is easily led. I'm sorry, it's a breakdown of the fabric. It's a breakdown of... We're going through weird times, guys, by the sounds of it. From this. We are. And it's telling you to stay connected to your roots. Stay connected to your ancestry. Yes, some of those philosophies, beliefs are outdated, and we can adapt them to our current situations. But the meat of that, or the groundedness of those philosophies, should still remain. Because if you remove that core foundation, it can be easily dominated by other things. And I think most of you know what I'm getting at. Like, you break down the foundation of the family, what do you have? If you break down the foundation, your core, what are you left with? You're left with jellyfish. You're left with jellyfish. That's... I'm sorry, but this is what Spirit is getting at. Now, I'd like to be like other people right now and just read love reads, but I'm not getting that. So what do? Scrap it? No, it's a message from the universe. So I'm trying my best to deliver this message. And I'm really not sure where Spirit's leading me with this, but Spirit's calling my ass out on this read, says, you damn well do know. You damn well do know, Frankie. And I do know. I do know better. You take away the... Okay, Spirit, you got it. You take away the family unit. What do you have left? You break down the family unit. What is left? But jellyfish. A weak society, an easily controlled society, an easily led society, instead of remaining true to our core of our fabrics, which is why it's important to stay connected through prayers to Source, to our ancestors. Always seeking guidance. Guys, there probably isn't a day of the week that I don't see guidance on. I am forever in contact, speaking to my spirit guides. They're in with me, like they don't leave me. And I don't know what I would do if I didn't have that strong core value. I don't know where I would be, who I would be, what I would be believing in. And I don't let other people tell me what to believe in. I will believe in what I want to believe in. And you should as well. New world, yes. Stay grounded in it. Otherwise, you become jellyfish. You know, you always continually gotta learn. Otherwise, if you don't believe in yourself, if you can't believe in your core foundation, you've got to stay rooted and grounded. You do. Otherwise, you become these are messages. I'm just saying, maybe there's some kind of battle going on, a spiritual battle, or it causes something causing untrust, confusion, right? And that's why we have to stay grounded. You know, remember your roots, remember your ancestors, stay connected, get to know these people, you know? Communicate. We're here to evolve. Otherwise, you know, you get stagnant. Otherwise, I don't know, see? Look. It's trusting your intuition. Now, this is an awakening. This is the new world, okay? Hmm. 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 Hang on. Jeez. I can't repeat half of these messages. Just so you guys know, I would not be allowed to do that here. I could do it maybe on a podcast, but I can't do it here, so bear with me. I have to really, my brain's got to think fast, because half of this I'm not allowed to say here. So I gotta try and like phrase it in a way that I would be allowed to say. So just hang on a sec. Now, like, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Jeez, man. Why do we have to live like this? Okay. I can't say that, Spirit. Every time I go to talk, I'm like, I'm sorry, Spirit, I can't say this. I can't say that. But hang on. I can say it in a way, maybe. We're here to evolve, okay? Perhaps even a century ago. You know, this could have been a dogmatic approach to like spirituality or toward religion. You know, look how far we've come and look how far we've evolved with those mentalities. For example, like, you know, we've gotten past like the burning of the witches, right? We've gotten past that. I can't speak for, well, yeah, I can a little bit. As far as religion goes, my grandfather was a priest. Okay? And it was pretty dogmatic. It really was. To the point where it can actually drive people from wanting to know God. Okay, you know, where they used to come down with the fire and the brimstone and everybody's going to hell and all this stuff. Like, we've got to evolve a little bit. It's like we've got to make it for the world that we currently live in. Okay? Because today we don't really have witch hunts. We've evolved. We really, you know what I'm saying? It's about evolving. It's about evolving. But at the same time, we've got to remember our ancestors, and we've got to remember the basic moral fiber of where we came from and to keep some of those traditions. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't like annihilate all the traditions. Not all people were dogmatic, and not all people were people who burn people at the stake. You know what I'm saying? We've had some greats that have we've evolved. Like, if you're into spiritualism or you're into certain religions or whatever like that, you're allowed to do that in today's society. So in that sense, we've evolved in many, many ways. You know, we have. I know Spirit's going to talk about this. Yeah. It's a lot of hatred It's a lot of hatred. It's a lot of hatred. We're living in times now where there is a lot of hatred. Okay, there is. Oh, I know what this is saying. That's why you gotta stay grounded. You gotta stay rooted and you gotta stay grounded. You don't want to get so disconnected that you lose sight of that fabric, that moral fabric that most of us have been raised upon. Well, it's telling you to honor your ancestors for all the hard work that they have done. Like our ancestors worked really hard. They did to make change. They did. They fought a lot of battles. They fought a lot of fights. And we're to respect them for their efforts that they contributed toward that. They themselves have evolved. You know what I mean? We're on the process. We're always evolving with something. And to stay, that's what grounds you, is like you gotta stay connected to those people, those ancestors, your roots. Mm. Mm. Hang on. Yeah. This is like, that's the family unit. That's the family unit. I can't say more than that on this subject. Spirit saying, but you will know. Spirit saying, you will know what I'm referring to. It is like the breakdown of the family unit. You've got, how do you stay grounded? By having a strong family unit. So, like when things get bad out there, or things get really tough out there, or things go another direction, you will always have that strong, solid, stable foundation. If you start to break down that family unit, whatever that family is to you, It doesn't have to be your bloodline. Whoever is family to you, and you break down that family unit, you have nothing left. And it makes people vulnerable to other things that are out there, like, I can't say. These are the angels. And staying in contact with your angels. Work through prayer. Pray for the family unit. Pray. Prayers. Like, develop a relationship, personal relationship with your spirit guides. Prayers. Pray for your family. What if they take, I can't say that either. Pray and meditate. Pray for the family units. That's what Spirit is saying. Strong families make strong leaders. The devils and the angels. Yeah. Or you become tempted. Do you know what I'm saying? You're easy to tempt. Not saying you personally, society in general. They're easy to be tempted. Like when you break down the family unit, you're vulnerable. You are more easily, could be more easily tempted. Do you know what I'm saying? To fall for things that are not good for you, to fall for things that are unhealthy for you. This is also spiritual warfare times that we're in, and when continue to pray. Pray for the family units. That's what Spirit is saying. This is respect, honor, integrity. Solid. Do you know what I mean? Confidence. It's about fairness and balance. Oh boy. Spirit's getting pretty deep with this stuff, guys. Spirit is saying you are the catalysts for change. You are the catalysts. Now, we are in times of like spiritual warfare. We really are. And Spirit is saying stay rooted, stay grounded, and stay connected to your ancestors, and stay connected to Source through prayer and through meditation. This is going to be interesting times, guys. Because even like our ancestors who have crossed over, who have ascended, when they get there, they're not just like hanging around there. They're continuing to learn. They're continuing to see things. They're continuing to evolve even there. So stay connected to them because they have privy of information and knowledge, things that you need to know. I could go really deep on this, but I wouldn't be on here long. Take care, everyone, and good luck.